Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 380. Someone done goofed at Mojang because apparently they broke the audio or something. And so the sounds currently are not playing. But yeah, here we are in the beta 1.2 area again, doing some tree chopping. We have very little wood at home. So we are going to acquire a bunch of that today, and I brought myself 2 shulker boxes plus the ender chest. We'll see if I feel like mining for all of this, but at least I have the storage space. And I gotta say, I kind of miss sounds already. So quiet. I don't think it's a resource pack problem. Sounds were working yesterday. So who knows. I think one of the things mentioned on here supposed to be that chunk rendering. Did my mouse just die? I think so. Chunk rendering was supposed to be improved, and I don't know what that flickering is. Looks like shadow updates. Man, someone done goof with the lighting. Oh, it's turning nighttime. Maybe that's what's happening. Bring all that over. Alright, let's wrap up on the last couple of logs here. I think that's considered a separate tree. Let's go catch some Z's, shall we? Can't remember if I have a bed in here or not. Howdy, Hunter. My first hardcore world, my only hardcore world, is from, I think, the 1.18 snapshots or experimental snapshots. I can't remember. Played on there for a few hours. Nah, not even. Played on there for maybe hour and a half to 2 hours, and then I never got back to it. There was a giant cave world, a cave designed world, and that was it. Never touched hardcore since. Nor do I have any recollection of doing hardcore before then. I'll take all this, thank you. Keep hearing sounds, but I don't know if that's just Minecraft being Minecraft, or if what I'm hearing is external. Yeah, I don't know what I'm hearing. It's like chirping. Oh wait, I know what it is. It's my mouse cord. I have a receipt on my desk and my mouse cord keeps hitting it. That's what I'm hearing. Will I make more Minecraft videos? That's the plan. That's why I'm here today. Terrible puns every day. Even though I only stream usually 5 times a week. Oh, hold up. Get back your log, you gotta go. No log left behind. And I'm already 2 giant trees into this, and I don't know how much I want to dig. Well, not dig. You don't dig a tree. Dig dirt. But I don't know how many more giant trees I want to chop down. This is already getting unfun. Can I Halo reach that? Oh, I can. Party potato. You don't know. I should probably leave that there. Alright, let's go find some non-poofy trees. I don't have so many oak logs. I don't know what you're talking about. I barely have any. 57 plus 7 plus 7. That's not a lot. Alright, I'm thinking maybe we go off in this direction. I'll probably leave the birch trees for now. Save those for future me. But oak is what I need. Is this a poofy tree? Oh, it was. That's okay, I started top down. This is easier to navigate. Slap, slap, slap goes the bacon. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm getting there. One log at a time. I should say one block at a time. Good old Mojang ideology. That's a poofy tree, I'll leave it alone. But you are not a poofy tree. I wonder if people have come up with... Lag spike. I wonder if people have come up with highly efficient... Why do those chunks not want to render in certain angles? And Minecraft hides chunk sections when it's not supposed to. But I wonder if someone has come up with a automated wood farm. Because if so, as much as I like chopping down trees, I need to say, for such large projects as this is, I think I'd rather gather the wood at a much faster pace. Because the amount of time I'm spending needing to walk around and chop down leaves just to access the wood is a rather slow process. Feels like it could be improved. I remember this tree. I remember there's a skelly bum down there. And I think a creeper as well. Ah, look at all this furnace fuel on the ground. All these baby trees. They're going straight into the furnace when I go back home. Alright, decisions. I wonder if modern forests would have more trees than beta forests. I do not particularly know. Poofy tree, poofy tree, poofy tree. All these are poofy trees. That must mean I've been here before. Especially seeing as these leaves have not yet decayed. Have I not been in the area long enough for them to decay? This is a cool area. I don't plan on doing anything. Howdy, welcome back. The poofy trees add variety, but I think to myself, they're not all that fun to chop down. Did you ever watch Team Tree and Origins? Pretty sure you've at least seen the first population Zelinator. Although it's recommended to watch them in order, in chronological order. So says the playlist, and not release order. Other people call them spooner trees as well. I don't, I'm gonna keep calling them poofy trees. I've been calling them poofy trees for years. I'll need to go way back to, all the way back to Minecraft nostalgia and see if I was calling them poofy trees at that point. Because if so, then we're coming upon almost 10 years of calling them poofy trees. One does not so easily change terminology. Oh, what happened here? I might finish this tree off just because the lake said, let me remove a few of your stumps. And so I'll put the tree out of its misery. Oh, cobblestone. Hold on, is there a mine here? I've been digging in this area before. Can't remember the last time I did some survival though. Must have been way back in beta. I think I stuck around this area through beta 1.7. Flint and steels on poofy trees are no longer as effective. The problem is I need the wood. I'm not chopping these trees down just to get rid of the trees. I'm chopping these trees down because I need the wood. I do not intend to lose out on resources I require. Fire on trees stopped being effective in beta 1.6 or so. I'll ignore that poofy tree. I'll ignore that poofy tree. Pretty soon here, we're going to come across the chunk borders as we see early release terrain. You recently read the beta 1.6 changelog despite still being way back in Classic. At the rate you're going, it's going to take you a good long while to hit beta. Alright, there's just one there, so I'll go for it. I must have already cleaned out the other area because all these trees are rather close together. This is what I need. Minimizes the time it takes going from one tree to the other. Oh wait, I don't have the bed on me. Is the sun going down or am I going crazy? Nope, sun's going down. I can still recognize light levels. I think it was on my 360 series that the lighting was not the same, and so I would get a lot of false readings for what the time of day was. Hello, hi, howdy, welcome back to the stream. I've done a little bit of smoothing out chunk borders, not a lot though. I'm thinking about smoothing out the chunk border across from the warehouse now that I'm doing more with that lake area. Eggs are alright. I'm not the one paying for them though, so therefore I haven't been affected by egg prices. I like eggs in most circumstances. Scrambled, omelets, sunny side up, egg sandwiches, good stuff there. Oh, yep, Zealot Moon has risen. Let's go sleep as fast as possible. World's bad guys will start popping up. Howdy, Vin, welcome back. ZZZ, all the way home. We're gonna pick up the bed, take it with us, because that way I don't have to come back here to sleep. Oh, there's one. I will let you suffer because I do not intend to have you fire any arrows at me. I don't know what you're talking about. Today's a great day. That's only partially true. It's just a regular Friday. Alright, we'll go back to where we were because there are a lot of good trees there. There's not a lot of good trees here since I've already chopped them down. Oh, I guess I missed these. The little area. I really like the terrain in this area. Well, I don't plan on renovating it anymore. Oh, that's interesting. The cave right next to the water. And because the caves generate after the water. That's why beta and earlier had a lot of the holes here where caves would generate right at the sides. I do not intend to sing. Revenge is a good song, though, assuming you're talking about the Minecraft parody by Captain Sparkles and Try Hard Ninja. I'm not a big fan of Revenge 2, though. You know, familiarity bias, I prefer the original. But seeing Revenge 2 with 1.14 textures made me really sad. Because, you know, the 2011 textures from the first one, I will always prefer. In the past 10 seconds of me explaining Revenge, my opinion did not change about singing. Well, we're getting there. Pretty soon it'll be time to toss all these logs into the shulker box. I don't know how long we'll be chopping trees down. I'm either going to get tired or I'm going to run out of inventory space, but the chances of me getting tired first is a lot higher than running out of inventory space. Oop, bacon. Wonder how many people use bacon to tear down leaves. Chances are, if you're swinging bacon at a leaf, neither are going to be affected very much. I do wonder, though, these Minecraft leaves, of course, they're a full block, like most things here. So I wonder how many leaves fit within this 1 cubic meter of space that the leaf block takes up. Because looking at the pile, the leaves really, or I should say looking at the texture, it feels like the leaves are only around the outside. And with the amount of space in between, I don't think the leaf block is very dense. Excuse me, thank you. I'm also glad that I learned how to remove the tinting from birch leaves, because I remember way back earlier versions of the resource pack, the birch leaves stood out much more than they were supposed to because they had the color tinting applied. Birch, spruce, and maybe dark oak, can't remember, all have forced color tinting applied to their leaves, kind of like swamp colors. Or I should say, swamp water has its color tinting forcefully applied. But I can remove tinting from water, or not water, from leaves. I play old versions of Minecraft because I like old Minecraft more than new Minecraft. And I was hoping this poofy tree was smaller than what it really is. 1.13 though, that's a new version. I remember it was, let's see, how many years? Over 5 years. No, closer to 6 years. 6 years after I started playing the game, 1.13 came out. Of course, this was a long time ago, because 1.13 is already 7 years old. Howdy, howdy, welcome. The performance between 1.12 to 1.13. It's more noticeable in my main area. I will say 1.13 was not running good, but here on 1.13.1, pre-release 1, it's ever so slightly better than what it was yesterday. Oh, we're getting close to the end. Not much farther, and we'll probably see the terrain border. Chunk loading, I've yet to tell a difference because I know chunk rendering between 1.9 and 1.12 had big problems. Even 1.7 and 1.8 were affected some. And so far, I haven't particularly gone around in a boat long enough to have a good difference, a good test to tell the difference between 1.13 and 1.12. Alrighty, buddy. I've already given you a warning last time. What was that, 2 days ago? Can't remember if you were here yesterday. Partially expected you to be scared off. Ask the question one more time, and you've run out of my patience. Because I got tired of seeing it last time. Once my inventory's filled up, I should say once I start collecting other logs, then I know that it'll be time to toss all of them in a shulker box, get my inventory nice and clear. I'll probably be tossing the saplings as well. I haven't yet changed the texture of the bow items, partially because I totally forgot about that. I need to, though. It would be very simple just to set those pixels to transparent. Yeah, that's honestly something I totally forgot about. I have a few resource pack fixes currently waiting that I've yet to apply to what I use on here. One of the fixes was with horse textures. The horse model was changed in 1.13 to be simplified. And so I need to I should say I needed to fix the texture to make sure that the new model was compatible with it. When you say the crosshair is new as an X, it's been an X for years. I've had this crosshair for a long time now. Perhaps you just haven't noticed. But yes, it's not vanilla. Vanilla has a regular plus sign. I wanted an X for Zelinator. Just like the hotbar, I have one letter of Zelinator within each hotbar slot. I can't remember where I originally got that idea from. I want to say there's some other YouTuber who had a resource pack and plopped his name into the hotbar as well. But yeah, the crosshair has been an X for a long time now. At least since before you've been watching. The Cheez-It counter is currently set to 2 because I have had, well, I didn't have to. I chose to Cheez-It 2 times now. And so it's currently at 2. Every time I Cheez-It, I keep track of my Cheez-Its. I think the highest it's ever gone up to 3, but it resets for every part of a series. And so here in Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld Part 4, it's been 2 times. The reason why I reset it after every part is because I kind of forgot what it was originally. Well, I think with the old terrain is currently we're in beta 1.2 plus terrain. Alpha terrain is farther back. I should say alpha 1.1. Howdy, Shady. It feels like you were here just last week. Have you not been here last week? Has more time passed than I've realized? When every day is almost the same, it's hard to keep track of how much time passes. I've gotten used to birch leaves with birch leaves with neon green on them because I wanted to remove the forced color tinting of them. And so now every leaf texture is the same color in all circumstances. I just can't do the same with water because last time I checked, you were unable to change water tinting. So you can still see dark water. I should say swamp water in both swamps and dark oak forests. Otherwise, the water is supposed to be a lot paler of a blue because it uses the original 12A texture. It's not supposed to be as deep of a blue as it currently is, which is kind of funny because the blue in most biomes for water, oopsies, as it currently stands, is a lot closer to the water color from alpha and beta. Kind of interesting. Oh, was this a poofy tree? Oh no, it wasn't. This was another tree here that I already chopped down. The current biome I'm in here is ocean. There's a lot of ocean I've realized in this world. And I want to say that's from when I loaded up this terrain between 1.2 and 1.6 because of the amount of ocean biomes there were that generated from beta 1.8 through 1.6. So there's a lot of ocean because that's what tended to pop up most frequently. I have all sorts of odd biomes. If I were to showcase the normal grass colors of my classic and in-depth chunks, you would see a wide variety of greens there, and all of that is gone now. The best part about missing old Minecraft is you can always go back and play old Minecraft. If you're on Java, of course, can't say the same thing for Bedrock. You can play old versions of Android. Well, after that, becomes a little more difficult. I don't yet know when I'll keep going on my through the Android series. That'll be maybe next year. That's another one of the series that I've considered to bring back after I finish UMP Part 4. But currently I'll focus on getting through this part and then deciding what's coming after when we get there. So we still have a few months. I've absolutely enjoyed my the Android series. I used emulator here on desktop, and so I started in 0.2, I think, and I made my way all the way up to 0.8. No, 0.9. The alpha builds, test builds, beta builds. I can't remember. Can't remember whatever the early Android versions were called. Early Android Pocket Edition test builds, I should say. Well, when all Minecraft YouTube was these versions, Minecraft was 1.13 7 years ago. If you're talking about the literal version I'm playing. But for all this terrain here for beta, Minecraft hasn't had beta content as the only content for 14 years now. 2011, that all went away. I should say it went away in 2012. Some people made videos on MC Nostalgia, the tool used to downgrade versions, but that was only around for a short while because 2013 rolled around and they came out with the 1.6 launcher that introduced version switching within the launcher itself, and so MC Nostalgia wasn't as useful. Yeah, 0.2 was the first version with survival. That's one of the reasons why I started my series in that version. I could have started the world in 0.1 with creative, but I wanted to stick to I figured I'll just make things simple and start with the survival world. The charm and simplicity for Minecraft, for old Minecraft, will always be there for anybody who starts with those versions. The only problem is, it's nearly impossible to tell someone about Minecraft and have them start playing in those old versions. Because if you tell people about Minecraft, they're gonna first be introduced to modern content. Because how many people these days who play games don't know about Minecraft? Oh, we're getting rather close here. In fact, I think I'll just toss the logs now. And those stacks are complete as well. Alright, back to tree chopping. With 1.14, I'm not going to use any of the new textures. I'll need to have fixes applied for certain blocks, like the 1.16 nether stuff. I'll need fixes for those to make sure that some of the items like gold ore, nether gold ore, fits with the old netherrack. So I'll be taking the time and energy to make sure that it is much closer to the older look. For a lot of the newer textures, or I should say new items, new blocks and items that are unrelated to old stuff, I'll probably just leave as the 1.14 versions. I guess it's upgraded programmer art, but I also have a lot of custom stuff here as well. This resource pack isn't very consistent because there's a lot of first texture uses. There's a lot of custom textures, and then there's also some 1.12 stuff. But I've already copied over all the extra 1.13 textures, so that way I don't have to use programmer art at all with the resource pack. There are multiple people who've made programmer art fixes for 1.14 plus. I should say primarily 1.16 plus. Since 1.14 blocks using programmer art should be fine. I think the villagers, though, I don't think the villagers look correct. I'll need to do something about that. It's probably going to be my hardest thing to fix is the making sure that the 1.14 villagers all look correct with the original textures. For wool colors, I use mostly classic, but because there's a couple of colors classic had that didn't exist in beta 1.2 and later. One of them was black, there was also dark blue, and I think maybe one other color. So for those, I use the beta 1.2 versions. I know 1.2 release and also 1.12 modified the wool colors, but I'm still using the beta 1.2 versions for a couple of them. Brown and black, maybe that's what I was thinking. I wish that Minecraft would have more than 16 colors by now, since 1.13 solved the limiting problem. I don't know if that'll ever happen, because if wool gets more than 16 colors, we're gonna have to upgrade dyes, shulker boxes, banners, a bunch of other stuff like concrete, terracotta, hardened clay. All this stuff is going to require more than 16 colors as well. So I have a hard time seeing Minecraft getting particular color tinting more than the 16 we have. Plus default. Some of the items like hardened clay and shulker boxes have the default color applied as well as a 17th color. If you're talking about stained glass and wool, are you talking with builds out in the world? I know you could use that as a visual technique. I'm trying to think, where are more oak trees I want to chop down? Oh, hold on. I want to light this up real fast. Oh, hello. Was this a cave? I wasn't supposed to go caving. I was kind of just lighting this up to make sure that nothing bad happens. Alright, never mind. This is a cave for future me if I ever come back here. Alright, well, either way, it's turning nighttime, so we'll catch some Z's and call it a day from here. Hopefully in the future, And that's not true. I don't have much of a reason to go mining here. I'd be limited to beta 1.2 blocks only for the underground. And I'm noticing, compared to yesterday, many more chunks are not rendering. There are certain positions where chunk sections go invisible, and I wonder if they adjusted the section rendering. All right, what are we at? 35 minutes. 35 minutes of chopping down trees, and I'm only about a third of a shulker box full. Oh boy. Don't worry. I can guarantee that once my inventory is full and all the shulker boxes have plenty of wood inside, I won't need to do tree chopping again, as I can almost guarantee that'll be enough wood to finish the warehouse. And then I could focus on building again. But all those chests are very, very expensive. And especially if I plan on making more shulker boxes in the future. But I've realized that I'm getting rather low on shulker shells. At some point, we'll have to go back to the end, gather more shells, but that's not a necessity just yet. Only once I run out of shells, then I'll consider going around. But if I'm making that many shulker boxes, I'll think to myself, what all filled up? Oh, that's not cool. Getting a phone call. Hold on. I shall need to return rather shortly. And I have returned. Why do people bother me the most during stream time? I've said this before. I say this every other stream, and I don't know why it is that that happens. It's a regular Friday, midday. People should be at work or at school. Alright, well, back to tree chopping. Do people say Weba anymore? There's an old server I played on years and years ago. Instead of saying welcome back, you would just say Weba. W-E-B-A, as that was short for welcome back. And then people shortened it even more to WB for welcome back. I don't know if people still say that these days, because this was many a years ago. Most Fridays usually are not active. It's probably because, other than requirements, people like to enjoy their Fridays. Oh, hello. Howdy, dolphins. Fridays tend to be the quietest days of the week, and somehow Mondays and Tuesdays are usually more active. Well, I feel like we keep getting closer and closer to the chunk border. By now, we should be in terrain that was loaded around 1.5, beta 1.5, beta 1.6, because I'm pretty sure I have a cave or something explored a little farther up ahead, and that was really late, like beta 1.7. Can't remember though. Part of me wishes I loaded up a little more beta terrain in beta 1.7, but I really didn't need to, I don't think. I only had one regular episode in beta 1.7.3, and that's because I spent my entire time walking to the Farlands in beta 1.7.3, and so I did not really feel a need to spend any extra time. But yeah, I'm looking. Man, no longer forest. Oi. I guess it's farther up ahead, but eventually we'll start seeing the beta 1.8 ocean. The ocean I first saw when opening up beta 1.8 pre-release 1. The first pre-release one from I think about 3 days before the second pre-release one. I can't remember. I don't have those timestamps committed to memory. I also didn't realize, but pre-release 2 was re-uploaded. I guess good job me of the past, assuming that I did play it at that time. Look at all those fish. Why are they spawning in clusters? No, schools. Yeah, that's the word, a school of fish. I know my English terminology. But yeah, I guess if there's not many more trees off in that direction, I'll need to head back this way. Oops. Let's not waste axe durability on leaves. Unfortunately, that's so easy to do in InfDev Plus because the feature that I continually disagree with and will take a stand against forever is axes in InfDev Plus instantly break leaves. And I think to myself, that's a waste of durability. In fact, hold on, let me just verify real fast. Oh, no, I can't because it says I'm breaking 3. Never mind, that's not a valid test. There we go. This color water right here, how it's a lot brighter. This colored water is a lot closer to what the texture really looks like. Whereas this water over here, you can see how much darker it is. This water over here is much more like water nowadays. Oh, there's a little cave over there. Part of me really wants to go cave exploring over here, but I know I'm not going to find much that's good other than the caves themselves. Beta caves are pretty good, other than they end up getting cut off very, very frequently. I'd appreciate beta caves much more if they did not. And that, man, now I feel like I'm really far away from all this stuff. Totally my fault for choosing to stick to oak. If I really thought about it, if I really, really wanted to, I could have had each of the warehouses have a different wood type. So the first one would be oak for being default, the second one would be birch, then spruce, then jungle. But I didn't think about that way back then, and I don't think it would be a wise decision chopping down all the wood, all the support pillars, and all the planks, and then replacing the wood type. Sure, I'd get a massive refund on oak, but I wasn't thinking about that then. In fact, I couldn't have done that with the second warehouse because warehouse 2 was built around beta 1.6 because I ran out of space from the chests, the test build 3 chests. So those ended up taking the last of my free space in the first warehouse. And different plank types wouldn't become available for a little while, which means I could use the logs, but everything would still be oak planks on the inside. And so unfortunately, that would not have worked. For as much as I like the warehouse, my big problem with it these days is that if I've had to build 4, That means the first one was way too small. I think I said yesterday. It was either yesterday or Thursday. Just kidding, yesterday was Thursday. Yesterday or Wednesday, that if I built the warehouse 4 times the size that it currently is, I could have fit just about everything. In fact, I could have absolutely fit everything between then and now. Because if I'm just now starting warehouse 4 and 3 isn't filled up yet, then a warehouse with 4 times as many different items inside could have sustained me much longer. But, oh well. Back in the earlier days of Minecraft, when I first built the warehouse in Classic, in fact, 16A, like up 16A02, I believe. I think that's the only 16A version. Like up the only 16A02 version we have. Or the only 16A version we have is 02. There we go, proper English. And so that's what I did. Because in 15A, I started the block museum. And the only reason why I have better memory of this is because I went back and skimmed through some of that. So when I started the 15A world, one of the first things I did on there was prepare the block museum. And so when I upgraded to 16A using that same world, since the terrain would stay the same all the way through 23A, that was when I started working on the warehouse. And then I think it was 17A was the very short stream, because I was feeling a little sick that day. In fact, I was also feeling sick the day before, but I managed to get through a full stream. Yeah, for 17A, if I'm remembering correctly, the only thing I built was a little thing in the ground that shows the old 0, how it used to render, and the new 0, because 17A changed the 0 rendering to make it look different from the O, the capital O. The old font, way back when it was first implemented, the old font was not designed the best. And so as time passed, eventually it looked better. Hello. Come on, buddy. There's no need for this. I don't even know where he came from. Poop. Oh, I'm out of dirt. Alright, let me do some compulsive terrain smoothing. That would have been much more dramatic if there were sounds. Oh well. I really hope this gets fixed. Another one? These guys are raining from the sky. I don't understand. Are there more? Where are my green beans coming from? Anyways, what I was saying was, I hope in pre-release 2, or maybe the full release for 1.13.1, they fix sound. Because I'm pretty sure that's not my problem, since I'm using the exact same resource pack version as what I was using yesterday, and the sounds are working fine. So 1.13.1, pre-release 1, has audio problems that I didn't learn about until I booted it up and made sure that everything worked. And yep, nothing I can fix. When I get to 1.22, I'm already going to be on break. To specify, UMP Part 4 is going to be put on hold after 1.17.1. I'm not going to the latest version. This series is designed to last forever if I never update to the latest version. So therefore, I'm going to keep going all the way until 1.17.1, and then I'll take a nice long break as I do other series, because I have several other series planned, and several other series that I started that I need to finish. Through the Android is one of them, because that poor series did not get the time it deserved. But hey, when I start back in 0.9, it's going to be the full world. the world made infinite because I was limited on there all the way through 0.9 alpha build 12, I think. You have Gemini turned on? I think to myself, why? Personally, I'm not an AI assistant user, so I keep that off on all my devices, including my phone. Nom 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 nom. Gotta heal up. I'm sad that I can't see my saturation anymore. For as much as I miss inventory tweaks and Optifine, I think I miss Appleskin more. Such a great mod. One of these days, it'd be cool if it was a vanilla feature where you could see your hunger and saturation, or you could see your saturation and exhaustion. I know it came with the phone, but you should be able to turn it off. Yeah, assistant should have ways to be disabled. So when it says it, or when you say it terrorizes you, does it have words to say? Is it like making a comment? Not saying, hey, you just closed this, or something. Hello, Howdy, welcome back. Welcome back to tree chopping, as I've been doing for the past 50 minutes. Hello, Howdy to you as well. New folks showing up. Not new. You've been here before. Folks showing up new to this stream, I shall say. Oh, it keeps opening each time? Then yeah, I don't know how to help you. Are there any other small trees? Am I forced to chop down poofy trees or go somewhere else to chop down trees? I've been here a while. Oh, I see. I know there's some people usually leave the stream on in the background and then don't say anything. But I don't keep track of that, since if they don't say anything, I don't know they're here. Manually close it, then try again. Have you used Gemini to look up how to disable Gemini? That'd be comedic to me. Howdy, Ian. Welcome back. Unless you were saying yep to being here without saying anything. I have another school project going on. Oop. My inventory's filling up. Hooray. At the rate we're going, I feel like it's gonna take longer to chop down the trees and fill up my inventory than I have enough stream time today. One thing I kind of miss was Classic. I went through Classic a little bit fast because for versions like 19804 and 19806, I did those both in one day, one stream day. And so thinking about it, that probably wasn't the wisest idea because once Classic was gone, it was gone. But otherwise, everything lined up so well that the 100th episode was on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I think New Year's Eve. But not only that, the 100th episode was also Alpha 1.2.0. I think that was a great time for everything to line up. Of course, I will say I spent a little extra time in Alpha 1.1, so I did kind of increase the time, but anyways, not important. So that would be the only change I would make to the series if I were to ever do this again, but I can't see myself doing so since UMP is designed to last as my main series for as long as I'm making YouTube videos. Yeah, there's just not many trees over here. But otherwise, there's not really an era I miss. particularly. I liked early release, though, since I personally started playing Minecraft in 1.2.5, and so I remember 1.3 being the first major update, and then 1.4 as well. And so I will always remember my earliest time playing Minecraft in those versions. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. Yeah, episode 222 being the Nether Farland's arrival is another great example of it just lined up well. Because that is such a great episode. 222. Easy to remember. Yeah, I spent the longest time in beta 1.7.3 just because of the Farlands. Otherwise, I only spent one episode. One episode in it. UMP Part 1 ended kind of anticlimactically because I'm pretty sure it's just a regular 2-hour episode in beta 1.7.3. Updating from the previous day, 1.7.2. Oh, we made it to late beta terrain. You know how I can tell. We got tall grass over here, so we're at least in beta 1.6. I feel like I've heard of Sky Factory before, but I can't remember what it was. Was that a Skyblock-based mod pack from the Technic launcher? I feel like I remember when that was new. Or maybe back when we were still on Sky Factory 2. I was looking at the Technic launcher again when working on my Polyworld explanation video, and I didn't realize that a Tekkit 2 came out. How many versions of Tekkit are there? Tekkit Classic, Tekkit Lite, Tekkit 2. Then there was also Hexit, which felt similar, although I think it had a different orientation for it. Got bored of the Polyworld? Oh well. There's always stuff to do in Minecraft if you know what you're doing. Oh, like there's the little bit of the mushy island over there. Oh yeah, you could definitely see the beta 1.8 ocean not too far. I remember playing Technic for beta 1.7.3. I currently have that set up somewhere. Same thing with Yogbox as well. And then I made my own mod pack, putting the two together. I called it Yognik, the Yognik mod pack for beta 1.7.3. One of these days, I may or may not do a series on there. Don't know when. I gotta give props for Small Fry Me for having a mod pack be put together that somehow worked. Don't know how much effort I had to do with fixing block IDs, but all that's in the past now. And so I was playing on it not too long ago, and it all worked. Making music is rather fun, as someone who's worked on music. And howdy, Paul, welcome back. Is indeed one of the giant mushroom trees. I think it's a mushroom island. I don't think it was the 1.7 dark oak forest, because those have giant mushrooms in them as well. Are those the only two bombs they spawn in? Mushroom Island and Roofed Forest. I feel like there's another mod that came out after Just Enough Items that I can't seem to remember. Yeah, it feels like Not Enough Items didn't stick around for very long. I remember when it was in every single mod pack back in 2013 and 14. But Just Enough Items feels like it's had a longer run. Oh wait, hold up, that's Poofy Tree. You know, nah, it's just 2 logs, I'll go for it. Remove the trees, acquire the wood. But we are definitely going to need to find a forest, an oak forest somewhere, because I'm running out of good trees to chop down here in the beta 1.2 area. Just enough items isn't creative mode before creative mode. Too many items was. Too many items started way back 2011 for beta 1.1, I think. Not enough items took over in early release, maybe 1.4, 1.3. And then just enough items is like 1.8. I'm not going to replant saplings. All these saplings are going into the furnace. This is all furnace fuel. I don't know if I'll ever watch Transformers 1. At some point I might, but is it a standalone movie? Because if so, that makes me less likely to ever get to it. Yeah, don't worry, not enough items, just enough items, and too many items. It's the same concept, just different Minecraft version era. I remember Beast Wars. I watched for the first time Beast Wars back when it was on Netflix, long time ago. Maybe 2014, 2015. Sure, the animation style is very dated, but I enjoyed it. I also watched the original Transformers when it was on there as well. The series, I should say. I was recently playing Transformers G1 Awakening on my iPod Touch because, well, my computer was taking many, many hours to optimize the world to 1.13, so I figured, well, I'll let it do its thing, and while that's going, I'll play some iPod games. Howdy, Zub, welcome back. Don't worry, Paul, I don't need a tree farm on this world. There's practically an infinite number of trees. In fact, I should say there's more trees in this world than I will ever need to chop down. Yeah, we're definitely getting really close to the end over here, since not too far beyond that mountain is going to be the beta 1.8 ocean. I use the optimized button. I use the 1.13 optimized world feature for most of the chunks. For other chunks that Minecraft was going to delete, I manually selected them with MCA selector, and then I used Chunker to update. Alright, that one's all nice and complete. In fact, how about I leave? You know what? No, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Alright, this shulker box is full. Mass deforestation has been happening on here ever since InfDev with 3.27 setting all my chunks to repopulate. And so I have a lot, or I should say I had a lot more trees in my classic and InDev worlds than what there were supposed to be. So I had to clean all those out. Every version that has been known to exist has already been recreated. That's not a maybe in the future thing. That's it's already been done, and it's been done for the past couple of years now. The Minecraft Recreation Project recreated all development worlds past versions that have been lost and various other things. Don't know if it's public currently, but that's already been completed. So yeah, early versions of 14A that we don't have are still around. The only 14A version we have is 14A08. I think it's 08. Yeah, I loaded up all my chunks in 3.27, but I didn't load those again in 4.30. Or sorry, 3.30, which means 4.13 through 4.15 I ended up loading them, and I ended up with a bunch of poofy trees and not just regular trees. The recreations are public. There was a time they went private. I didn't realize they were set back to public again. The Recreation project is not on Betacraft. Betacraft only hosts official versions plus mods. The Recreation project is on GitHub. as it was stated. Seeing all this tall grass makes me think I'm playing in new biomes, but I'm really not because beta 1.6. Oh, hold up. Let me sort out my inventory again. Maybe by the end of this, we'll pass a stack of apples. We shall see. We're at 41. It's been an hour. Yeah, if we're at an hour, we're going to be getting really close to filling up the second shulker box, as long as I still have enough trees to chop. Seeing the tall grass probably had the same effect. Of course, tall grass in beta terrain didn't stick around very long. Because several months later, we would get the whole new biome system in beta 1.8. Yes. One person claiming I have a lost version. That was really a recreation. It's been going on for years. I thought the tall grass was always here in beta 1.8. It should have generated naturally, particularly in plains biomes. Sun going down already? About 2 minutes or so. In fact, it's 11:07. We'll see if I'm right, and 11:09 I can sleep. Hard to buzz. Think it's important? No. It feels like it's been longer, though, than to think that we still have 53 minutes left of the day. It's going to be rather amazing, though, looking back on this landscape and seeing how many trees no longer exist. 11:08, I see it getting dark, but the question is, can I sleep? The sun isn't at the horizon yet, so we'll see. See how accurate my time estimation was. I don't plan on leveling the entire landscape. I'm just chopping down as many trees as I need wood. The thing is, this warehouse I'm building is very, very expensive. Very expensive with wood. And so I figured, how about I do all this tree chopping now? Because if I do all the tree chopping today, I won't have to go tree chopping again for a while. Oh, 11:09. You let me finish this and then we'll catch some Z's. Eyes turn red, you can go to bed. Oh, I see the red. Yeah, my time estimation was pretty good. If you're talking about the fake versions that were modified, they're not lost. I can guarantee they're still around. They're just never going to be publicly shared again, as that would be intentionally spreading incorrect information. Because if you're talking about Luigi 2600 entire hidden versions list, I know I still have all my copies of that. And like all my old stuff, all my old version archives from 2016 and 17, early 2017, still have them. Yeah, the original fake versions from that time era is indeed still around. Something just to look back upon. and laugh. It's totally understandable that any community would have fake versions created. Yeah, remember that time that I used the beta 1.8 portal and then destroyed the portal? I probably shouldn't have done that because eventually I ended up using this portal again and it made a new one. Oopsies. Hold on, I wonder, can we see from here? Can we see the ocean border? Just barely. I think we could see the change in elevation right over there. Should be able to, because if that's where I was standing at a 6, or not a 16, a 12 chunk render distance, and then here I'm playing with 16, should be able to see past it. I absolutely spammed portals in Alpha 1.2.2. I have an entire structure of all those portals sitting out in that area. I don't know where they are. They're some point across the monolith journey. If you were to ever go across the monorail, you would stumble upon it down below. Can't remember where the nether portal inside the nether is that led back to that area, because I never did anything with it. It's some point between the monolith and the spawn chunk portal. Oh wait, no, there is no spawn chunk portal, just kidding. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Somewhere still in the nether. That was indeed good bacon. For as much as I eat bacon here in Minecraft, I very rarely have bacon in the real world. All the load of free obsidian I've already acquired from the amount of lava I had to clean out from the warehouse yesterday and Wednesday. That warehouse lava pit has given me a massive amount of obsidian that I didn't think I would need. I don't know what I'll use it for, but yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it. Price tag says no, just have someone buy bacon for you. Boom, problem solved. Or whenever you're out and having burgers, make sure to get bacon on them. I haven't had bacon by itself in a very long time, but most of my burgers I eat have bacon on them. That's the problem? It's the problem you don't go out and have burgers? Or like what? There are burritos. Get a breakfast burrito. That could have bacon in it. Or maybe a breakfast jack. They're the ones who say the price tag says no. Sad times. American snack that most people don't eat. I can understand. I'm a big bacon enthusiast. I can't say I like bacon flavored. I think it was Pringles. I think those tasted odd. There's some other snack that was bacon flavored that I don't think I was a big fan of. There were pizza flavored Pringles. I really like pizza flavored Pringles. Those are good. Man, at this point I've moved so far away that I can't even see the area where my beta 1.2 outpost is. For anyone who remembers one of the clips utilized in my Polyworld explanation video, one of the shots taken comparing beta 1.7 to beta 1.8 was somewhere up this hill. Can't remember exactly where, but I wanted to compare the landscape of beta 1.7 and beta 1.8. I was an indirect joke at beta 1.8 being completely ocean. I thought it was funny, but I don't know how many people would understand that. Therefore, I'm explaining here in some random timestamp of some random episode that I showcased Beta 1.8 as an ocean, making fun of Beta 1.8 and its endless oceans. For people talking about egg prices, I was saying earlier, since I was asked the question, oh, that was a server lag spike. Surprise, I didn't chop down that tree. Bedrock moment here on Java. Yeah, we were talking about eggs earlier and how I like them on sandwiches and omelets and whatnot. And I haven't purchased eggs. I don't know I have not been exposed to the egg price problem, I should say. Different types of hamburgers as American food. One of these days I'll visit Japan. It's on my to-visit list. I don't know when, but I'll get there eventually. It'd be cool if, like, next year or the year after, but I don't know. Isn't a lot of American food unsafe? I feel like that's the world we live in over here with how much food processing there is. Can I jump? Yeah. Oh, I made it. Hardcore, says Mio as I climb some poles in Split Fiction. Oh, all these birch trees. You could call me a treeist, but I don't want to chop down birch trees. Yeah, I feel the lag spikes. I wonder, are we loading up any 1.13 ocean? I don't think so. I just see beta 1.8 ocean, or 1.0. Nah, maybe this is 1.6 ocean. I feel like this is 1.6 when I loaded it. I can't tell though, because I would have to find some mine shafts down there and verify whether or not the mine shaft has chests, the chests, or if they have minecarts with chests. I know that's a 1.5 thing, but I guess I could also see if there are name tags as well. I feel like for the amount of American food I've eaten living here in America, I feel like I haven't had any noticeable time of food poisoning. If I've gotten food poisoning before, I probably didn't notice and just said, oh, my stomach didn't like that. But I've never been super, super sick from food that I can remember. And so who knows? I used to have eggs for breakfast a lot more back when I was a youngin'. And then time passed and there were less people here. I started eating cereal because I just pour it in a cup, pour in the milk, boom, call it a day. Oh, did I really break that? I don't know. I'm definitely feeling the server lag spikes, internal server lag spikes. Got so ill from McDonald's. Oh boy. All right, that's McDonald's though. That's a whole other food type. I had it more when I was young, and nowadays I think to myself, I'd rather not. I've not heard of a Taco John before. I feel like you've talked about it before. I've heard of Taco Bell's, but not Taco John's. I feel like I haven't had enough KFC to know if I've had any problems from it. Because I feel like I only ever have KFC every few years or so. I like chicken. I like fried chicken. I just don't usually have KFC. Anyone else? Any other trees? You can see that there aren't really trees within the 8 blocks over here next to the chunk border based on how Minecraft populates stuff. Pretty sure when it populates a chunk, it only does 8 blocks. I should say it extends 8 blocks from the previous chunk into the new one. Oh, I'm filling up on saplings. For this time, we've collected more saplings than logs. Last 2 times, we've only hit 2 stacks. Now we've hit 3. Nope. No, wait, that's okay. You don't waste durability using tools on insta-break blocks anymore. Can't remember when that was added, but that was something I learned sometime last year. I always assumed that breaking any blocks, you would lose tool durability. And then I learned that insta-break blocks do not. At some point, the insta-break blocks, like torches, tall grass, and flowers and whatnot, don't take away durability. I didn't know that. I didn't know that for years. I think it happened at some point within release. I can't remember. One of those small technical Minecraft things that I never learned because I never thought about it. Alright, I'll keep chopping a little bit more, then I'll be whipping out that shulker box, plopping it down, and then going from there. Oops, do I want to chop down this one? Was it really later in release? Because if so, that'd be rather interesting. And if someone wants to look into when the change happened, that'd be rather cool. Because I know at some point it was implemented. Because I was talking with folks during the stream time, and I learned, and I realized after looking into it myself, hey, they were right. I can't particularly test with my current tools because they're all full on durability. Plus, they also have unbreaking. Not flint and steel, but you don't lose durability when breaking blocks with a flint and steel. I also have the shears, but the shears are different type of tool, as they shears are used to collect the tall grass. This area is definitely dense with trees, but it's not dense with the trees I want. I'll take all these saplings though. Furnace fuel. I wonder if I'm ever going to run out of storage space in the furnace, because the furnace I use, I should say the furnace I use all my saplings with, it doesn't have, or I should say I don't use it all too often. That's the whatchamacalled. That's the stream saying, hold on, I gotta take a moment. It happens. Oops. I'm gonna blame the weather. Don't know if it's the weather, but I'm gonna blame the weather anyway. Alright, there we go. Power didn't go out this time, but it was thundering. There was thunder yesterday, I think. Either yesterday or Wednesday. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. Nope, sneeze came and attacked. Sadness. But anyways, it was thundering, lots of rain and lots of thunder recently, and I was concerned the power was going to go out since it went out during thunder for a few seconds a couple of weeks ago, I think. Sometime recently. Yeah, my power didn't go out this time. But yeah, yesterday we even got some hail. Potato was talking about hail, and I said there hasn't been any over here. And then a little bit after my stream, I looked out and I saw it was hailing. Howdy. Listening while cooking. What are you cooking? Are you cooking something with eggs? Because eggs seem to be the food of choice today. I feel like I don't know what... I'm gonna say this poorly because there's only one pronunciation in my head. I don't know what chronomica is. If it's chronomica, that sounds weird. Vegan fake chicken. I see. I don't know if I'll ever eat fake meat. I don't think I'll ever bring myself to do so. Oops. Oh man, I started. I have to finish. I was hoping this was a short tree. Mistakes were made. I have to finish it. There might come a day though where I'm so desperate that I start chopping down all the poofy trees. Oh boy, that's not gonna be fun though because these are rather slow. Oh, I see. Harmonica that can pitch shift. I see. Are we really running low on small trees? We still have over half an hour for today. Another American staple? I suppose so. Y'all would be more familiar than me. Oh, excuse me, Cliff. We're also going to try not to end up over the side of the chunk border because there's no easy way back up here. I don't know if I'll ever properly learn to play instruments. I used to play violin back in middle school. I didn't stick to it. Part of me wishes I did, but part of me realizes, nah, I think working on game development is better use of my brain. California and Texas are associated with the harmonica. Well, at least for California, I should say. All the 49ers coming during the gold rush. They play harmonicas back in the day. Is when I hear sitting around a campfire playing the harmonica, I think more so up north, Oregon and Washington. Oh, yep, we're getting close here. All the ocean. All the ocean I don't feel like dealing with. I wonder, are survival islands still around anymore? Survival island seeds? Because of Beta 1.8's ocean, they used to stick around. I should say there were much more common to find seeds for them back in early release. I've also started looking to try to find that mountain seed I keep talking about from 1.2 to 1.6. It very well could be yawn from any sort of means that I have access to. Because there's a really cool seed, and I would totally hop back on again, but I don't know if I'll ever find it. Yeah, anyways, back to the survival islands. It feels like since 1.7 with the terrain changes, they've been less popular. That could just be part of people aren't as interested anymore. I'm sure though people play 1.21 and say and make it 100 days survival islands episodes. I would not at all be surprised. I want to chop down this tree. I'll catch some Z's, and then I'll make my decision in the morning as the tiny Zella moon rises. People say hi, H-A-I, instead of hi, H-I. I remember seeing that back on servers, back when I still played multiplayer. There's also yes in Japanese. Half as interesting? What? Did someone say that? Because, oh, that's what y'all were talking about. I missed the first one. But yeah, I would not have known it meant half as interesting, because I think to myself, how frequently do you have to say that you want to shorten it? Very odd, I'd say. And thankfully, I think we are getting in an area that had more trees than I thought. We're just really close here. That means my Polyworld explanation video is going to be outdated soon with the footage, since UMP isn't going to have this, or I should say these trees, for much longer. Not while I'm here chopping them down. This is a good foresty area, though. It's a little sad that it's chopped off by ocean, though. I could follow that sentence for about the first half, and then you lose me. That was a normal tree, right? Yep, that one's normal, but this one's... Alright, this was a poofy tree, but not too expansive. I can't say I've heard of lolcat before as a written language, and I don't want to hear it as a spoken language. I feel like the Beta 1.8 oceans are not iconic. I feel like there's a lot of people who don't like Beta 1.8 oceans. Well, that's exactly why I use them as the footage when I mentioned Beta 1.8. It's a language in modern Minecraft. I'm not at all surprised. Modern Minecraft has a lot of out there languages. Oh, howdy, little cave. Sorry, got cut off by the chunk border. I feel like learning English by lolcat would be a terrible way to learn. Oh, now we've hit the... Oh, no, we haven't hit the other chunk border. But you could see very clearly now the Beta 1.7 to Beta 1.8 transition. Man, frame rate's doing good, getting up to, well, what's 300? I look this way, 260, 219, and 140. Is it all the leaves? I don't know if it's all the leaves or if the beta terrain is slower. Semi-educational YouTube channel. Oh, I thought it was a phrase. Oh well. Oop. We're good. Alright, we're getting low on trees though. I had the nice foresty area, but I think I'm running out of foresty area that I want. I guess I could go along the coast here. You'd have to look at all the current languages. All the current languages Minecraft has, and think. You'd have to know something that's not in it. But the problem is, if you know the language, chances are other people know the language. Chances are those other people have gotten it implemented in Minecraft. You can always come up with your own language as well. Oh, in fact, hold on. I need to write something down because someone I know is working on a language, and I think to myself, hey, add that to Minecraft. Alright, and badoop. Alright, note saved. If no one can speak it, that's probably why it isn't in the game. Oop, we're good. I was thinking I was gonna fall. I wonder if someone has translated dial-up to text. I wonder, how would you make that sound? Oh, here's a question. Is there a binary, regular binary for Minecraft as a Minecraft language? Converting each regular character to 8 bits. I wonder, does Minecraft have a character limit for item names? Because I wonder if you try to do that, you run out of characters for a lot of them. Yeah, they've already had some language incidents in the past about people having terminology that should not have entered into public usage on Minecraft. 1,024 characters. If 1,024 characters is the limit, then that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, that was a waste of durability. Didn't mean to use my sword on the leaves. I wonder, do swords still break blocks faster than by hand? That was a thing for years, and I don't know if swords still function that way. Hexadecimal seems more, not intuitive. Seems like a better way of implementing. Alright, how many more? Oh, my inventory's getting full though. Don't worry, I did not have any plans of looking into it too much. I have lots of other things I'll be spending time on. Shakespeare in English, that sounds fun. That's not entirely true. It only sounds fun for a short while. I wonder, does the wiki have a list of all of the built-in supported languages? Because if so, I feel like that would be fast reference. Oh, any more saplings? Did I spend too long? I was hoping to acquire the saplings from the trees over here. But I might have already spent 5 minutes away and the saplings despawned. Isn't standard galactic... No, I guess if it would be a language. I don't know, is it a proper language or is it just a character set? I'm not familiar with the history of it. Oh, come on, leaves, go away. You know what I should have done? I should have acquired Tree Chopper for 1.12. I thought about it and then ended up voting against it since it wasn't vanilla enough. I kind of regret my decision because I should have done so much tree chopping. Whoop. Oh, it's turning nighttime already. Wow, I looked away. Next thing I know, we have 20 minutes left of the stream. I really am gonna chop down trees for the entire day. I don't know if brain noises are considered language because you would need to assign phonetic sounds to them. You'd also need to make sure they are consistent. Are they ever 100% accurately repeatable? Alright, sun goes down, and that means when the eyes turn red, you can go to bed. Sleep right over here, right next to the border. And awakeness, Kurt J. Mack used to say. As I look at my inventory and think I could probably keep chopping a little longer. I don't know if I'll do any tree chopping on Monday. Today's Friday. I don't know if I'll do any more tree chopping on Monday, but we'll see. I feel like Old English was asked, and I can't remember if someone answered. I don't know. No Old English. Oh well. Can I? Hiya! Nope, it feels like that would make sense. I feel like it's a little more specific. If you want to start making your own language packs for languages that are not implemented in vanilla, go right on ahead. And what is with that chunk flickering? Man, here's another cool cave that I have the urge to explore, but no, I shouldn't. I think we are indeed getting low on the good trees over here. I wonder, if I left the area rather quickly, how many of these trees would remain in suspended animation? Because the chunks would be unloaded, and so there'd be a lot of saplings on the ground and leaves waiting to decay. They brought Latin into Minecraft. Interesting. And hiya! I'll take that sapling. Hippity hoppity, this sapling is now my property. What versions have you been playing? I feel like I ask this, and you always tell me, but then I never remember. Alright, another buzz. Think that's important? Probably not. Nope. It can wait 15 minutes. Pre-revolutionary Russian as a language in Minecraft. Interesting. Alpha 1.2.3. Howdy potato, welcome back to the last 15 minutes. Once you hit beta 1.1, you could start using custom languages if you just applied it to the jar file. So you're close. Don't worry, lots of people. It's quite frequently that people end up showing up in the last few minutes of the stream. Just you wait. We'll see if anyone else shows up 2 minutes before I end. Yeah, I don't know if there were any versions prior, but I know beta 1.2 has the start of language files within, or sorry, beta 1.1 has the start of language files within there. Come on, there we go. Guess I haven't yet run out of good trees though, but there's certainly a lot of poofy ones around here. And all these birch trees are making it look like a birch forest, but less trees. There was a bug with, I think it was spruce forests. Trees spawning in regular taiga biomes, or cold taiga biomes, ended up spawning at a grid pattern during one or two of the 1.13 snapshots. Not snapshots, pre-releases. I never got around to loading that terrain, but that was one of the things I saw. Oh, excuse me. I guess we're chopping down trees over here next. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to find a new tree chop area after this. I don't know where I'll go. I'll need to use MCA selector or try to find good area. Sometimes I miss messages. Sometimes I ignore messages. But yeah, assuming you were asking me. Otherwise, yeah, it did already get kind of buried. Right at the edge. I haven't been over there in a while. I can't remember what spawns after that. I just remember seeing those mushrooms. I feel like I've heard of Beowulf, and it's been so long since I heard the name, I can't remember at all what it was about. It's one of those names where I think to myself, did I hear that back in high school? Probably. Well, if I'm going back, I'm definitely getting low on trees I want to chop. Not a particularly good area for the short oak trees I'm looking for. I've already been here earlier. Yeah, we're running low on trees. Sad times for me. I'll probably look. Let's think. The beta 1.9 area might have a forest nearby. In fact, if I get close to the Sky Islands next to the beta 1.9 area, I think that'll be a good area. I'll just need to make sure that the Sky Islands work again, because I had problems with those not too long ago. I think that's fixed, though. I'll have to verify on my own time. Yeah, well, I guess for the last 10 minutes... In fact, I wonder if I could head over there now. Let me toss all this. Ah, so close. The chest is... Or not the chest, the shulker box is almost full. It's just a sudden cutoff. I wonder if these are two different biomes, because all of this is rather open, and then you got, poof, bunch of trees right here. Nope, nothing for me to comment on currently. So yeah, we'll spend the last 10 minutes here, and then we'll see if I can gather enough wooden saplings, fill up the inventory slots in the shulker box. That way it's filled up completely. And then we'll start investigating the area Monday. Unless I'm really feeling like chopping trees down over the weekend. But I cannot guarantee that I'll be wanting to chop down even more trees this weekend. Not every poem has to rhyme. It's all about the flowing of words by your own standard. I don't know if I'll ever No, that's not entirely true. I've written a few poems that are going to be included in a big old compilation book of tiny stories and whatnot. One of these days, I'll get it published. I've already done all the hard part publishing one book so far, so I know how to do it for the next time. I just need to finish writing it. Coming up with 400 different stories. Takes a lot of effort though. Write an epic about Herobrine. I wonder if someone's already done that with how popular Herobrine has been over the years. Alright, sun's certainly going down and I need just a little bit more saplings. Did I not finish this tree? What happened? Why don't I chop down 2 logs? I think I'll go for all the tiny trees out here. Not very useful, but at this point, we're coming upon close towards the end here. Nope, see you later, son. Alright, eyes turn red, you can go to bed. And these arrows, if I didn't have to deal with that Skellybum, that's not true, I didn't deal with Skellybum, but if I didn't pick up the arrows, this would not be here a problem. Oops, I didn't want to do that. There we go. And awakeness. So while I'm here, let me... this one, right? So I need about 6 more saplings, but the logs are good. Alright, away we go. Maybe this area... maybe I will slowly start wandering in the direction of where that giant mushroom is. With all the mountains on the left that you can see get chopped off. Chop, chop, chop. That's from a song, but I can't remember. How standardized was Old English back in the day? Because I feel like confusing parts come down to non-conformities. Oop. Alright, hopefully all of those are going to provide a bunch of saplings. I'll try not to wander too far and come back here a couple minutes once the saplings have fallen. For the time being, I can't see myself learning any new languages. Not enough life principles. Hold on, this is bothering me. I feel like I'm gonna fall in there. There we go. I usually try not to do compulsive train smoothing way out here, but I just felt like I was gonna fall. Alright, I'm at 9. Let me put away the last of the saplings. Hooray, I feel better now. Alright, those choker boxes are now completely full. That means I have my inventory plus standard chest left to fill up. Oh, the resource you were using was taken down. Sad times. You didn't make any, or I should say you were unable to make any local copies. I have a hard time trusting stuff on public internet these days, which is why I've ended up making a lot of local copies of stuff. as time passes. Oh, here's some trees. I'm really, really wandering far though. I think back to 2 hours ago, or I should say an hour and a half ago, when I was next to the outpost. Oh, look, there are pumpkins, and I'm pretty sure all of these pumpkins are regular pumpkins now. Yeah, I was right. All natural pumpkins, all naturally carved pumpkins have turned back into regular pumpkins and are no longer carved. The B movie script in its entirety has been copied enough times that it'll always be easy to find. Slap, slap, slap the leaves with the bacon. I've wanted to rewatch B movie a little bit. I don't know when I will, but it's one of those whenever I feel like it, I'll get around to rewatching it. I remember back when it was airing on TV, brand new, and I can't remember what channel it was, talking a lot about B movie during that time. And now all those days have passed. But yeah, one of these days I'll rewatch it. It was probably not supposed to be super high quality. Alright, so yeah, these are some mushies over here. Over the wall, over the wall, over the wall. I'm trying to remember over the wall, but I can't say I remember. I was right. Mushy Field Shore. So they definitely generate here, but there is no mycelium in sight. Hold on, this is Mushy Field Shore. There's also Mushy Field Shore. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, look, we even have mushrooms. That's kind of funny. I think it's because the biome was already supposed to be here, but these chunks just weren't populated yet. Alright, what do we have? About 2 minutes left of the day. Things are definitely getting chaotic. We gotta see, but the teacher spared it. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know where the Mushy Island biome came from, but like I said, I think it was from 1.6, but all the chunks were just already populated or something. I don't know. This world has a lot of weird terrain and biome areas. And so one of those areas is right here where I ended up with the Mushy Island and no mycelium. If I at least had some mycelium, I could understand why but oh well. We're at about another minute or so. Yeah, well, I guess we'll be wandering away after this, since we definitely don't have enough time to take the boat back home. And I'm still only about halfway full. Halfway full when it comes to total storage space I have. I think Mushy Islands are cool as well. I have an outpost on one way out in the distance. What is that? What is that black line? It's like part of mip mapping or something. Mip mapping the texture, but it's taking the transparency. It's improperly rendering the transparency as black. Every once in a while, I had outposts on a Mushy Island. There's a 360 world that I had dedicated on my friend's Xbox, and on there, I lived on a Mushy Island. That was such a great world. That was a great seed in how I happened to generate it. But yeah, say all your final thoughts now because we'll be back again Monday. So I'm just gonna finish up this tree and then yeah. So we'll see. We'll probably do more tree chopping since I still need more wood. I feel like I should. But yeah, that's indeed all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.